Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sherri Clarke, registered dietitian, and today we are going to talk about 4 reasons why you may be self-sabotaging your own weight loss efforts. So self-sabotage basically just means that we take active or passive steps that directly keep us from obtaining the goals that we say we have set. So in this case, it would be losing weight, maybe getting in shape, getting fit, whatever the case may be. So I see this all the time in my practice. I work with clients, sometimes one-on-one, face-to-face. Since COVID, I've done a lot of video work one-on-one, and then I also have online courses, and those give me an opportunity to talk to clients in group settings. So first, let me share with you what self-sabotage looks like, and ask yourself if you see yourself and your behaviors in any of these things. Number 1 is going to be putting my needs on the back burner. So everyone else comes before me. This is very common with the women I work with that are mothers. They put the kids before them. They put their husbands before them. They put the church activities before them. They had to volunteer at church. Like, they've got to spread themselves so thin and meet everyone else's needs and keep everyone else happy that there's no time left over for them. That is a form of self-sabotage. Another way you may self-sabotage is to say and use the verbiage, I can't, or I'll try, but I don't think so. So you're already having that defeatist attitude before you even start. How about not committing to what you said you were going to do? I like to wrap up each of my individual sessions with some action steps. So this week coming up, Rachel, you're going to do 1, 2, and 3. Now 7 days pass, Rachel's back. Hey, Rachel, okay, so last week we talked and you said you were going to do number 1. Yeah, so, here's what happened, why I couldn't do that. So I didn't do it, but here's my good excuse why. Because I have a valid excuse. Nobody ever comes in and just says, yeah, I didn't do it. It's always, I didn't do it, but here's my good excuse why. Sometimes that's valid, but when you see a pattern, when you're doing that all the time, then that becomes a self-sabotaging behavior. How about checking out or just giving up? This is the client who just cancels their appointments, who gives up. This is with my online course people. They just fall off the grid. They just stop logging on. They stop trying. And these people, that is self-sabotage when you give up. How about the ones who don't give up, but they make constant excuses for why they fall short? They've always got a reason why, with the promise of, I'll do better next week. It's always, I'll do better next week. Don't give up on me. I've even had clients say to me, don't give up on me. I'll do better. I'll do better. That's a self-sabotaging behavior. And probably one of the most common, and the last one I'll go over, is lying to yourself in the moment that makes your behavior okay. And that is when you have the battle going on between, in one ear, what you want to do, and this ear, what you know you should do. And now you're in a quandary. And you tell yourself something, that little inner voice in the moment, that makes it okay to go ahead and do what you want to do, not what you should do. And that's going to look like, I'll start my diet Monday, or I'll start my diet in January, or I'm pregnant, so I need to eat for 2. How many of you have seen a pregnancy as an excuse to eat whatever you want to eat, and then you've said, I'll deal with it after the baby comes? That's a self-sabotaging thought. How about, I'll eat this, but I'll exercise an extra 30 minutes in the gym tomorrow, and I'll make up for it. What that does is, in the moment, it makes it okay for me to go ahead and eat this food, not exercise, whatever that thing is that is healthy for me and I know I should do, but in the moment I don't really want to do it, or I want to eat it. So do you see yourself in any of these self-sabotaging behaviors? If so, let me know in the comments below. What kind of self-sabotaging behaviors, or ones that I haven't discussed, can you identify and do you engage in? So the purpose of this video is to talk about reasons why you may self-sabotage. It doesn't make any sense. If I say that I want this, why am I taking direct steps to prevent me from getting this? Doesn't really make sense. So let's look at it a little bit deeper. One reason why you may self-sabotage is because you set the bar too high. You picked a diet plan, you picked an exercise program to go with it that is unrealistic and unattainable for you. And I have clients that do this all the time. Like I said at the end of the session, sometimes we will say, or not sometimes, most of the time we'll say, okay, what are we going to work on for this week? And sometimes I'll have people say, I'm going to go to the gym 5 times. And I'm like, but you only went once last week, and the week before that, 0. So do you really think going 5 times to the gym in the next 7 days is realistic? People sometimes want to set unrealistic goals for themselves. And what you're doing is setting yourself up for failure. So when a goal is too hard, I'm going to self-sabotage. Maybe I back out, maybe make excuses, maybe I just quit, maybe I tell myself I can't do it, it's too hard. Anyway, make sure you're not doing that. Don't set unrealistic expectations for yourself. That is a disaster plan in the making. Another way is we self-sabotage is because deep down we have this core belief that we cannot do it, that we are going to fail. But we also have this belief that we should try. That I shouldn't be happy like this. I shouldn't be happy 40 pounds overweight. I should try to lose weight. So I'm going to try, but I'm pretty sure I can't do it. Maybe I'm certain I can't do it. But then maybe I tell myself, this time's going to be different. This time is going to be different than all the other times. And then it's not. And so we get into this loop where we don't think we can lose weight and keep it off. But we feel like we should try. So then we try. So then we fail, which just proves that our theory that we can't lose weight and keep it off is actually correct and valid. And through that whole thing, we are self-sabotaging. Okay, 2 down and 2 to go. Are you still with me? Because these next 2 really, really get into it. So listen up. One reason people self-sabotage is because they're getting something out of being overweight and they don't want to give it up. A gut reaction for a lot of people is to say, I don't get anything out of being overweight or obese. I mean, this is ridiculous. It's horrible. I don't get anything out of this. Yes, you do. Humans don't do things. We don't continue behaviors that we get absolutely nothing out of. Think about that. And here's some things for consideration. Maybe food is your coping mechanism. And if you take away that food, because nobody uses broccoli as a coping mechanism, right? So if we take away the unhealthy food that we're using as our coping mechanism, we don't know how to cope. That's a reason I would self-sabotage. Another reason, it's my excuse for everything. I'm lazy. And I don't want to have to do stuff, volunteer for stuff, and this gives me an excuse to be lazy and kind of do what I want to do. That's what I get out of it. For some people, it's their identity. I counseled a man one time who he stalled his weight loss efforts, but he realized it's because his identity was the big teddy bear. His wife loved that about him, and he was concerned and nervous. If he loses the weight, will his wife still be attracted to him? He's certainly getting something out of being overweight, something he doesn't want to let go. How about people who say food is the only joy I get? It's the only thing in life that makes me happy. Well, clearly, if we take away the food, and again, I don't think broccoli's making anybody happy, unfortunately. But if we take away that food, are you going to be unhappy all the time? Then that is your motivation to self-sabotage. How about my ongoing dieting and talking about my weight and the struggles I get? It's the only way I get attention. It might be negative attention, but it's attention. It's like kind of, my thing. And if that's gone, how do I get attention? How about this one? I'm eating to rebel against someone who's trying to tell me what to eat, who's trying to tell me I got to lose weight, who's telling me I'm fat, who's looking at those chips going, are you eating those? And I am rebelling against that. It's a control thing. And if I give in, and I start eating salad, they win. That's a reason you would self-sabotage. One more. Sometimes people push people away by their appearance, and that can include a lot of things, but it certainly can include weight. So why would someone want to push people away? Well, think about it. If I make myself unattractive, I don't have to worry with dating. I don't have to worry with men. I don't have to worry with the heartbreak. I can kind of protect myself from the romantic relationships. So that's what I'm getting out of being overweight. Maybe I don't want those relationships. I don't want that attention because I was raped in my past, because I had horrible relationships in the past, and I told myself I'm not doing it again. So sometimes our weight will help to build walls that will keep other people out. And if we get rid of those walls, we feel very vulnerable, so we don't want to do it. See, I told you this was going to get into some heavy stuff, and it is. But people want to say, oh, I just love food, or I'm just lazy. I just need more willpower. And many, many times, most of the time, that's not it. It's some of these deeper things. So think about, are you getting something out of being overweight and you don't want to give that up? This could be why you self-sabotage. We've got one more reason to go over, and that reason is fear. Fear is the root of a lot of behavior, and I find it to be the same with people who want to lose weight or gain control of their eating habits, that there is a fear there. So ask yourself, picture yourself at your ideal weight, this vision that you have in your mind. Picture yourself there. Close your eyes and see, what are you wearing? Are you on a beach in a bikini? Are you in a cocktail dress at a New Year's Eve party? Are you in a photo shoot? Where are you? Who's around you? What's the feeling inside? The confidence, the joy. Is it joy? What in your life would be different if you could lose that weight? Would you have a different job? Would you live in a different city? Would you be with a different person as far as a romantic relationship goes? Would you leave that husband? Would you break up with that boyfriend? What is different? And then ask yourself, what is it about that life that feels scary? This is a really, really powerful activity for some people. And here's some of the things that people have told me when they ask this question. These are the results they give. If I lose weight, men will come on to me and I'll have to address my sexuality. This is from someone who is gay, didn't want to be gay, had not come out to their family, so they just made themselves unattractive in any way they knew so that they didn't have to date. How about, my husband likes me at this weight. I have a fear it will change the dynamic of our relationship. And this can be with other relationships too. Ask yourself, who is not going to like it if I lose weight? Are my kids going to be constantly complaining that they don't get their French fries and potato chips? Is my husband going to be complaining? Is he going to be thinking that, oh, you think you're better than me? Is he going to be complaining when I want to go to the gym on a Friday night as opposed to watching a movie? Is he not going to join in these activities with me? Is it going to change our relationship? How about siblings? I've had somebody who, she's like, me and my two sisters, that's kind of what we do. We make fat jokes about each other, and we talk about how fat we are, and we make fun of skinny girls, and we try new recipes together. And what if I lose weight? What is it going to do to that relationship? There is a fear there. How about this one? They will expect more of me at work. And that scares me because I don't have the confidence that I can actually do more, that I can be successful. I'm in my little box. It's comfortable. I feel like if I lose weight, they're going to expect more of me. And I don't know that I can deliver. I'm scared that I will fail. Telling people you're on a weight loss program or losing 15 pounds, and then people start commenting and you're like, yeah, I'm trying to lose weight, or I'm on this program or whatever. Now that sets up an expectation, and I have a fear that I'm going to fail and then be completely embarrassed. Or even worse, I'm going to lose the 50 pounds and then I'm going to turn around and gain it all back, which is even more embarrassing. So I'm going to self-sabotage because I don't want to be embarrassed. I have a fear of that. One more. How about a fear that I'm going to have to give up foods that I love? I'm never going to be able to eat cheesecake again, steak and potatoes. I'm never going to be able to eat, fried chicken. Why would I want to do that? Like, I have a fear that my life will not be as rich and full if I have to give up all these fun foods, which is not necessarily the case, but it is a valid fear for some people when they go into it. Recognizing how you self-sabotage and then discovering why you self-sabotage is a crucial step into achieving your goals, getting the life that you want. But now that we have those 2 steps down pat, what next? Guess what? That's going to be my next video. I decided to break this one up into 2 videos. So our next video, look for it on my YouTube channel, and it is going to be how to stop self-sabotaging your weight loss. Right here it is. So look for that video. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you are into emotional eating and self-sabotage and overcoming stress eating, motivating yourself to do things you don't want to do, all around nutrition, exercise, fitness, please hit that subscribe button. Check out my other videos, and I will see you soon. Thanks.